about the conversations that you have.
Yes.
Because ultimately, I think it was Peter, when they was looking for Jesus, and they told Peter, you are one of them, because of his dialect.
Yeah.
That's how they knew. So what is your dialect saying to you? Is your dialect saying that you're hanging around the wrong people? Is your dialect saying that you're hanging around the right people? And ultimately, your life, what happens in your life is up to you. It's what you make it. It's decisions, but you have to be willing to give up something to advance in life. You cannot go through life trying to keep everybody and everything around your life. It is not going to happen. You can't even work on the devil's team like that. Because in order to be on his team, then you can't be connected with God. So you giving up something to work on his team. It's all about how you see things, all about how you perceive things. And we have to do a better job of really getting in and honing in and allowing the Holy Spirit to be within us so that we can see how to feed these individuals and really give them the understanding and the insight that they need, because we're living in a critical time, in a critical place. And if we do not do what we need to do, then we're going to basically see a generation go by the wayside. And if this generation goes by the wayside, guess what happens to the next generation? It goes by the wayside. It's our responsibility, not the government, none of that. And that's another thing. We tend to allow, everybody, I'm getting scared, the government's doing this, the government's doing it. God ain't designed none of that to operate like this. Yes. You're supposed to be a self-governed people. Yes. You pay them for what they do, pay them for what they owe, but we have given away too much power that God has given us. We basically given it away to someone else. If you read in Jeremiah 5:26, God begins to talk about the people. It's in this place. These people are wicked. They set traps for my people. And he goes on to talk about all this stuff. And he asks them, do you not think I'm not going to punish you for this?
Yes.
You think I'm just going to let this go on? And we have to get to a point, man. We really got to take this thing serious, because if we don't, it really grieves my spirit to see so many young men just throw their lives away, or so many young men get caught up in so much materialistic stuff and not even realizing the value of life, how much life better that their lives can be.
Yes. I learned a long time ago, the value is not in what you own, but in what you leave. See, what you leave comes out of you. What you own, you can't take away. So you never really own anything in this world. It's just on loaner to you. God is still the one that's giving you everything that you possess. A rich man, whether he want to own up to it or not, the very thing that he possesses is God, because God created everything. And if God created everything, then that he possesses, it still belongs to God. So we have to get to where our concept has changed. We have to get a better understanding that, listen, this world and everything in it belongs to God. And here it is, somebody that was willing to lay down their life down the cross for me while I was a sinner. Not saying I'm a perfect man now, but saying that I'm willing to at least strive after perfection. He traded perfection for imperfection. We are imperfect people, but yet we still walk around high and mighty, prideful, and thinking that God owes us something, but we owe everything to God. So here it is. He didn't get my permission to create me, but yet at the same time, I'm here for a reason and a purpose, and I thank God for that. So now here, how can I be a better use for God? First, I have to submit to him. See, we think submission is an ugly word. Submission is necessary in order for me to live. And we take it out of content, and we begin to look at all these other things. Well, I'm not going to be submissive in this area. Well, if you're not going to be submissive in that area, you're always struggling in that area. God has given me so many things that I can't even begin to even fathom or talk about what God has done for me, even on this show or any other show. But God is a God of mercy. And we use the terms, and thank God that he's a God of a second chance. Well, I wasted my second chance up a long time ago. So he's a God of more than a second chance. Because if it were just a second chance, I wouldn't be here. So I thank God for everything that he's done in my life. And I'm learning more and more of how just to be submissive to him and allow God to dictate my life. put me in the place that I need to be. Allow the people to come into my life that needs to be in my life. Those that are leaving my life, it's not a problem for me. I know that their time is just up. So I thank God for everything he's done for me.
Well, man, I mean, that's a great job. You know, we have a great responsibility that we must do and that we have to get prepared for. But I hate to end this discussion where we are, but we're going to get ready to send you guys to a video, and we'll be back with you after the break.